Today I messed up by ignoring my husband's phone calls and texts. My name is Sarah, and I've been married to my husband Mark for the past 5 years. Our marriage has had its ups and downs, but one thing that has always caused tension between us is his brother, Alan. Alan has a tendency to overstep boundaries, and while Mark loves his brother, I've tried to get him to see that our marriage should come first. This morning started like any other day. Mark kissed me goodbye before heading off to work. I was in the bathroom when I received a text message from Mark, but it wasn't what I was expecting. The message said that he wanted a divorce because he didn't love me anymore. I was stunned and didn't know how to react. I stared at my phone for what felt like hours, trying to process what had just happened. I eventually made my way to the kitchen and grabbed a glass and a few bottles of wine. I sat on the couch, drinking and ignoring the constant buzzing of my phone. I didn't want to talk to anyone, I just wanted to be alone with my thoughts. Eventually, I heard Mark's car pulling into the driveway. I braced myself for a confrontation, ready to scream at him for ending our relationship through a text message. But when the door opened, I was surprised to see Alan being shoved through the door by a furious-looking Mark. Alan immediately confessed that he had sent the message and was incredibly sorry for what he had done. I was overwhelmed with relief, and tears started to stream down my face. Mark came over and hugged me, telling me that everything was going to be okay and that he would always love me. He then kissed me before excusing himself to go to the bathroom. A couple moments later I heard a scream from Mark and remembered what I had been up to whilst I was drinking my pain away. I had burnt the majority of his clothes in the bathtub out of frustration. It took him a little while to get over it and realize that this was all his brother's fault. In the aftermath of the situation, I was left with mixed emotions. On the one hand, I was relieved that my marriage was intact, but on the other hand, I was furious that Alan had meddled in our relationship. Mark and I had a lot of work to do to repair the damage that had been done, but we were committed to making things right. Over the next few days, Mark and I talked about what had happened, and I expressed my frustration with his brother's behavior. Mark apologized for his brother's actions and promised that he would set better boundaries with him in the future. It wasn't an easy process, but we worked through our issues together and emerged stronger as a couple.